On behalf of the Johnson County Chambers and the Johnson County Superintendents, we welcome you and thank you again for being here. Our goal this morning was to come out of the meeting, or at least within a few hours following the meeting, having agreed upon a unified statement that reflected what we believe to be the best way to address equalization in school finance next week when the special session of the legislature kicks off. That happened, and I believe it underscores the longstanding belief of the business community that we represent as chambers of commerce, that education is the economic driver in this county.
What this really requires in terms of addressing the Gannon 2 issue in front of the legislature and provided by the Supreme Court is leadership. And I am honored to stand with fellow superintendents and CEOs of chambers and our boards of education and other chamber members to provide that leadership. And so I thank them very much for the work that they did today, the courage that they have shown in order to step out and provide this sort of unified message for not only Johnson County school districts, but all of Johnson County and its citizens. During our discussions today, the primary focus that we continue to come back to, both from a chamber standpoint, a business standpoint, as well as from the school districts, is what is the decision that is in the best interest of our students. Having said that, the Johnson County Chambers of Commerce and the Johnson County Superintendents from Blue Valley, DeSoto, Gardner-Edgerton, Olathe, and Shawnee Mission strongly recommend that the Kansas Legislature fund the school finance formula, local option budget equalization at 81.2% for the purposes of equalization and hold all school districts harmless. We believe that this is the best solution for a short-term fix to address the current situation as a new school finance formula is developed in future years. I'll offer Dr. Henson to come forward as well as Mr. Robinette, and we'll answer any questions that you might have.
81.2%, as you know, is a calculation used by the Kansas State Department of Education in relation to that equalization mark. The calculation to the amount of money that equates to is a calculation that the Department of Education must finalize and give to the legislature prior to the 23rd.
Money that's being reallocated is going to go to property tax relief rather than new money into the classroom. So looking at it where Johnson County residents are asked to pay more taxes to provide tax relief across the state, that's difficult to really share and justify with the patrons of our school districts.
One of the things that we have to do going forward to write a new formula in our state is define equity and define equalization and define adequacy. Again, as you've heard me state previously, the big issue is not the one we're dealing with right now. It's adequacy. Adequacy is scheduled to come before the court at some point this next year. Those three definitions must be determined in order for us to answer those questions.